Good evening, everybody. Prepared for this? No? Right, first we will discuss Buddhist question so that we can develop more how to, write answers. And then I'll give you some questions. Please open question bank. Our Buddhism is over as we discussed yesterday. We have discussed basic doctrine, Pratyata Samutpada, Niratumvad and all that stuff. The schools of Buddhism we have not discussed yet. At appropriate time I would be discussing the schools. That is Mahayana and Hinayan. Within Mahayana we have two schools and within Hinayan we have two schools. Page number 18. You don't have question, man? Forgot? Right, this year, 2015, and this is 15 marker. As I told you, this question bank is till 2014, so 2015 question you can write in this question bank itself. So this question is, what is the role of Pratyata Samutpada in explaining dukkha? I repeat, what is the role of Pratyata Samutpada in explaining dukkha? Elucidate the means to overcome it. Elucidate the means to overcome it. Write in bracket 2015/15, that is, it is 15 marker. Right. So how to proceed? What is the role of Pratyata Samutpada in explaining dukkha? I think you have already written one line that Buddha found solution of suffering in the Pratyata Samutpada. Isn't it? So what is the role of Pratyata Samutpada in explaining dukkha? This is how Pratyata Samutpada, with the help of causal wheel of 12 dependent links, explains the root cause of suffering, that is ignorance. And when ignorance is removed, then there is a cessation of suffering, and this is what the nirvana is. This is Pratyata Samutpada. And next paragraph, Pratyata Samutpada and his explaining of dukkha and the cessation of suffering has been given in Four Noble Truths. The world is full of suffering, there is a cause, there is a cessation, and there is a way. Isn't it? So briefly explain Pratyata Samutpada, 12 dependent links of causal wheel, right? Its association with the dukkha, that is suffering. And the next part is elucidate the means to overcome it. What is the means to overcome this suffering? Ashtangik Marg. That is contained in which noble truth? Fourth noble truth. And this is how you have to explain. No need to go to that implications of Pratyata Samutpada, that is Kshanikvad and all those doctrines. Wahan nahi puch raha hai.
So please, can you just please?
Okay. Question is, what is the role of Pratyata Samutpada in explaining dukkha? You can straight away start Pratyata Samutpada, a Buddhist theory of causation, that is theory of dependent origination, that is this being that arises. Buddha found a solution of suffering in understanding Pratyata Samutpada, that is causal wheel of 12 dependent links. This is your first paragraph. Now come to second paragraph and then you explain everything. That is, Pratyata Samutpada you explain, its a root cause, its elimination, then reference of Four Noble Truths, and the second part is elucidate the means to overcome, that is contained within the Fourth Noble Truth in the form of Ashtangik Marg. So mention this Ashtangik Marg with a special reference of right concentration. Because within right concentration you have how many stages? 4 stages. Right? So those 4 stages have to be told. I hope it is clear. Alright, now see question number 1. How does Nagarjuna explain the concept of Shunyata? We have not discussed. Question is on Shunyavad as propounded by Nagarjuna. Right, this is 15 marker. We will leave it. Second question is also on the schools, Tosantik and Vaibhashik School of Buddhism. Question number 3. Explain the Buddhist notion of impermanence and show how the idea of impermanence leads to the theory of momentariness of reality. This question has 2 parts, but both these 2 parts are interlinked. Anyhow, first part will logically lead to second part. ठीक है, तो 2 different questions नहीं है. अभी कुछ questions we will see जहाँ पर 2 parts will be there and 2 different questions will be there. So the first part is explain the Buddhist notion of impermanence. What is this? Anityavad. Right? Buddhist notion of impermanence, that is Anityavad, is logically derived from Pratyata Samutpada. That is, this being that arises. That means, dependent on the cause, effect arises. It implies that everything is dependent, conditional, right, subject to production and destruction, and thereby it leads to that everything is impermanent. Now from Anityavad, when everything is changing, when everything is impermanent, then Buddha comes to the theory of Kshanikvad. And that theory of Kshanikvad means everything exists for a moment, and that moment has the causal efficiency to give rise to the next moment. And this is how Kshanikvad has come out. So, in this question, basically impermanence, as we have discussed, has to be linked with the Pratyata Samutpada, and impermanence will be leading to the Kshanikvad. And Kshanikvad is also be linked with the phenomenal world. That is, obviously we will have Sanghatvad and Nirasmukvad. One more point has to be written over here, that this theory of momentariness, when this world is momentary, it logically implies that there is unborn, uncreated reality, that is Bodhi or Pragya. We have just mentioned that. Next is question number 4. Again it is on the Shunyavad, we have not discussed, yet to discuss. Question number 5. Do you agree with the view that in early Buddhism more importance was given to 4 noble truths than to systematic metaphysics? Give reasons for your agreement or disagreement. Think, 1 minute, have your own time, reflect on this, try to frame your answer. Your biggest problem while writing answer is to how to begin. Then you start from the background. उसको लिखना है ना, time is running out, पेन चलना चाहिए. And then what immediately comes to my mind, that is only background. Your Buddha was a great scholar, 6th century BC, तो वो कहानी लिखो, थोड़ा सा warm up हो जाते हैं. Isn't it? This is how 4-5 lines goes, Binavati. That is not the good way to write answers. You just see how much, 15 markers, lot of questions to be written. Background you write, you won't get anything. You are spoiling examiner's mood, and you are losing your time. So be specific, very precise and very concise. There are a lot of things to be written into this. Background 4 lines will cost you very dearly. Isn't it? This is where again I come back to my same advice, revision has to be there. If you have number of revisions, you can straight away start this question. What is this question? Do you agree with the view that in early Buddhism, more importance was given to Four Noble Truths than to systematic metaphysics? So answers will not come yes or no. Do you agree? Yes. And then you start writing. This is not the way. So we'll never answer in such questions with yes or no. We will frame sentence. Now you can start. The entire Buddhist philosophy is based on Four Noble Truths. All his theory, doctrine, philosophy is implicit in these Four Noble Truths, where he sought to find the solution of misery. In his attempt to find the solution of miseries and suffering, he avoids speculative metaphysics, and hence he does not give much importance to the systematic metaphysics, that is speculation. Rather than he focuses on awakening. ये आपका इंट्रोडक्शन हो गया. इसको और कंसाइज कर सकते हैं, you do it, and then come to the next paragraph. Explain Four Noble Truths, then give reason that why he is not indulging in systematic metaphysics or speculation. You give reason, a specific reason you already have, and then you tell that his silence is not a mythology of or distaste of philosophy, because through his philosophy he has sorted out many metaphysical issues, such as 1. Solution of suffering, 2. Cause of suffering, 3. Rebirth, 4. Explaining reality, which is momentariness. Isn't it? ये सारे के सारे ही तो है, वो सारे की सारी theories लिखनी है with a different style. We don't have to write things mechanically. Are you getting? Jainism में भी हमने ये देखा, content would be same, but questions are coming again and again, repetitive questions. But the question is there in which tone? In the same tone I would be answering. Getting my point? Next is examine critically the statement that the doctrine of, this is Pali term, Prachitta Samutpada, was given only to explain the problem of sorrow and not to solve the problem of metaphysics. It's a matter of chance that in same year 2 questions have come, similar questions. कौन सा है 2012 है ना, 2 questions have come, answer is more or less same, but in this don't write same as above. Right? Such problem will occur a lot in paper 2, second part, philosophy of religion. All those questions in philosophy of religion, their conclusion would be same. And after writing 2, 3 times same conclusion, 4th time that dejection comes. यार इतनी बार लिख चुका हूँ, क्या करूँ, फिर से लिख दूँ, नई स्टाइल से लिख दूँ, लेकिन you have to write that. Isn't it? New question, new orientation, and new energy. Every ball is a new ball. Philosophy of religion में सबका conclusion एक ही होना है. Right? So don't go by this is a matter of chance कि 2 question एक जैसे आ गए same year में. So it doesn't matter. We will go as per our style. Every question is a new ball, and hence I will treat it in that way only. So, Prachitta Samutpada was given only to explain the problem of sorrow. I think this is repetitive. Your 2015 question is this only. What is the role of Prachitta Samutpada in explaining dukkha? Right? And again he is asking that way. Only one tail is added, not to solve the problem of metaphysics. That way he avoids speculative, systematic metaphysics. Why? Because he stresses more on awakening. All your questions are based on misunderstanding, and the reality is beyond our finite speech and thought. Isn't it? And that is no point in explaining and discussing about that. Let us focus on the practical problem. And the practical problem is, I am suffering in this world. What is the solution? This is what Buddha had given by his Ashtangika Mark. Explain Prachitta Samutpada. I hope it is fine. Yeah.
It is critically, explain critically. We have to write the criticism.
फाइन, क्रिटिकली का मतलब ये नहीं कि क्रिटिसिज्म में लिखना है, क्रिटिकल सर्वे ही है कि आपने कहा कि नॉट टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ मेटाफिजिक्स, यू सेड कि ही अवॉइड्स हिज स्पेकुलेटिव मेटाफिजिक्स, येट ही सॉल्व्स मेटाफिजिकल इश्यूज. जब भी दूसरा डायमेंशन लिखते हैं, व्हेन वी मेक ए कंपैरेटिव स्टडी और व्हेन वी एक्चुअली क्रिटिसाइज, ऑल दीज थ्री आर नोन एज क्रिटिकल सर्वे. सो डोंट गेट कैरिड अवे बाय दैट. नेक्स्ट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. Explain the theory of illusion accepted by Buddhists. This part we have not discussed. Theory of illusion, every school will be giving. So once we finish Indian school of philosophy, then at the end we will discuss theory of illusion given by Buddhist, Shankaracharya, Ramanuj, Samkhya, और उसको एक साथ करेंगे. So this we have not discussed. Don't get confused by the illusion of unity. That is not theory of illusion. Illusion means when you see real as something different. For example, when I see rope as snake, this is illusion. This is theory of illusion. Buddhists will be explained a different way. Shunyavad would be explaining a different way. Sankhya will give different explanation. Nyaya Vaisheshik will be given different explanation. Shankaracharya, Ramanuja, different theory. Same phenomenon. Right? So we have not discussed. Again question number 8. Same question on Madhyamika school. Madhyamika school is which school? Shunyavad. Right? Yet to discuss. Question number 9. Sir. Is the concept of nirvana a logical necessity for the Buddhist? Give reasons for your answer. Think. Are you revising along with the class? I hope you all are revising. Right. वो टेस्ट पेपर मिलके टेंशन में तो नहीं आ गए हो? Is the concept of nirvana a logical necessity for the Buddhist? लिखना कहाँ क्या है? Okay. Just try to find out what is the tone of this question. Question का emphasis कहाँ है? पूछ क्या रहा है? निर्वाण पे क्वेश्चन नहीं है. Just to try to find out what is the tone, where is the emphasis. Look, is the concept of nirvana a logical necessity for the Buddhist? So the entire emphasis is on logical necessity. You have to prove that nirvana is logically necessity. Right? Now how to prove that you have to think? And that will change your answer. Have you got it? Think further, and this question again I give to you for homework. घर पे बैठे सोचें अच्छे से. It's a very conceptual. I'm giving you as a homework only those questions which are conceptual, that requires thinking. मैं तभी बोल दूंगा. But that won't help you. Factual question तो सीधे सीधे मुझे सिर्फ recall कराने हैं अपने. Isn't it? So think on this and try to frame. Question number 10. This is how you have to think.
Would we also depend on nirvana in that connotation we can see? Or that
We will talk through writing only. You attempt it, and I would be happy if you write some wrong answer. But the only thing is that you have to write something. Verbal तो बहुत बात कर लेते हैं, isn't it? But one common problem which you all have faced and you have heard is that after exam, which exam, your सारा आता था, पेन ही नहीं चला यार. हाँ, सारा मतलब वर्बली हम बता देते कि देख ऐसा होगा, वैसे होगा, ये होगा, उसने कहा था, सारा याद था, यार पता नहीं क्या हुआ यार, पेन ही नहीं चला. It's a common problem. वो इसलिए नहीं चला because we talk a lot, but we don't write and we don't revise. You will never forget all whatever we have discussed in your whole of your life. But as far as writing is concerned, you have to really sweat. वहाँ आपने बहुत मेहनत करनी है. ठीक है? Okay. Think it is not so tough. Number 10. What is the importance of the Buddhist concept of Nam-Rupa in the exposition of the doctrine of dependent origination? Broadly, question is on Pratyatya Samutpada. But he is asking Pratyatya Samutpada and he wants us to start from Nam-Rupa. And now he is saying, what is the importance of the Buddhist concept of Nam-Rupa? So Nam-Rupa is one of the important links in his causal wheel of 12 dependent links. That is Pratyatya Samutpada Chakra. This Nam-Rupa, और क्या-क्या points आएंगे? Nam-Rupa is the aggregate of 5 fleeting skandhas. Isn't it? Then Nam-Rupa, important link, means depending upon the Pratyatya Samutpada. This is a fact. So it must be caused by some cause. So इससे पहले वाला link कौन है? Consciousness. This being that arises, this have arises. And psychophysical being there, what arises? 6 sense organs. And 6 sense means sense contact, sense experience, and this is how the cycle begins. If psychophysical being is not there, then will the cycle be complete? The cycle won't be complete. Isn't it? And this psychophysical being is there. What is the root cause of this being there? That is the beginningless ignorance. Isn't it? So if you remove beginningless ignorance, then this psychophysical being, there will be dissolution. Isn't it? And that would be like nirvana. Getting my point? So basically you have to discuss in this Pratyatya Samutpada, Panch Skandhas, importance of Nam-Rupa, this being that arises, that is causation, and nirvana, dissolution, and rebirth. These are the certain points which have to be included into that. तो सारी चीजें लिखनी है. Right, rebirth आ जाएगा, पंच स्कंध आ जाएगा, then root cause आ जाएगा, how to remove the root cause, that is ignorance, right knowledge, that will come, and once there is a dissolution of these 5 skandhas, when there is no craving, ignorance is not there, so then no more birth, and that is nothing but nirvana. Niratmavat will also come. Niratmavat, no soul theory will also come. Next is Shunyavad a philosophical doctrine? We will see that. Why this question has been framed? That we can appreciate even now. Shunya, people, many people, philosophers, Indian as well as Western, have interpreted Shunya in the literal sense. Shunya means zero, voidness, empty, nothing. Shunyavad, Shunya, क्या शून्य? हटाए. कोई philosophy नहीं, शून्य है तू, है ही नहीं कुछ, empty, nothing. But we will see that Shunyavad is a proper philosophy. And we have said that what Shankaracharya would be saying, it is more or less same as Shunyavad. There is no difference. The only problem is that they have taken word Shunya. Why they have taken word, we don't know for that. That word Shunya has created some problem. Otherwise, it is a proper philosophical system. And one of the greatest scholars, Nagarjuna, is the main advocate. Nagarjuna is the one of the greatest after Buddha. Buddha happened and then Nagarjuna had happened. In between, we did not have a great scholar like that of Nagarjuna. If we would have, perhaps the Buddhist picture would have been something different. It's a matter of chance, right? So, Nagarjuna is of that level. Question number 12. How does the Buddhist accept the possibility of rebirth in the absence of eternal soul? Yes? Do Buddha accept rebirth? Yes, they accept. Do they have permanent soul? No. Do they believe in transmigration? No. Still they believe in rebirth. How? As based on Pratyatya Samutpada, Artikaryavad and theory of causation. So rebirth in Buddhist philosophy is nothing but causation of next life by the preceding movement, as explained by Pratyatya Samutpada and theory of causal efficiency, that is Artikaryavad. इसी को आपने एलोबरेट करना है, बाकी आपको नोट्स में मिल रहा है. या theory of karma. Question number 13. Bring out the metaphysical implication of the second noble truth of Buddhism. So what is the metaphysical implication of second noble truth? Pratyatya Samutpada is coming. And from Pratyatya Samutpada, what else is coming? 5 doctrines straightforwardly, right? Kshanikvad, Niratmavad, Sanghatvad, theory of karma, Artikaryavad. What else is coming from Pratyatya Samutpada? Rebirth. What else? Karma had come. Nirvana is also coming from that. So these 7 things are coming from the Pratyatya Samutpada. And Pratyatya Samutpada itself is contained in which noble truth? Second and third noble truth. And this is what is being asked. What is the importance of second noble truth? Question number 14. An examination of the Buddhist Niratmavad. It is direct question. Niratmavad is nothing but no soul theory, no Atma theory. Actually, it is no ego complex. So in this write-up, you need to mention that he is denying ego, but not pure soul. That is Bodhi. First thing. Second thing in your answer should be a debate between Buddhist and Vedanta. Where is the confusion? And third thing which need to be mentioned in this write-up is rebirth. ये 3 चीजें आनी हैं. इन 3 चीजों के लिए ही question is being framed. Right? The most important thing, even out of these 3, is that which soul you are denying. That is ignorant soul, that is ego complex, but not pure soul. You are not writing from it. जो भी हम बात करें भी क्वेश्चंस में वो लिखते हुए चलें, otherwise that will same thing you will ask me again then. Right? Question number 15, again Madhyamik philosophy. We are noticing that Madhyamik philosophy is coming every alternative year, right? Question number 16, 4 Arya Satya, noble truths according to Buddhism. It's a short note. So, what else? Entire thing. Isn't it? So, mention 4 noble truths. It is the foundation of his entire Buddhist philosophy. From second and third Pratyatya Samutpada. And correspondingly Pratyatya Samutpada is leading other philosophies. Then third noble truth contains Nirvana, cessation of suffering. Fourth noble truth contains Ashtangik Marg. Just mention. Don't have to elaborate because it is only 20 marker. Elaboration is not required, but a mention of those points are required. Don't get confused. Again I am reminding with the number of words. 150 word में 200 word में पूछा and your write up is like 300 and you stop there itself. or moment it becomes 225, you stop there. I'm not concerned with the number of words, right? I want complete answer, and complete answer required this. Further, these four noble truths are types of four realities. Further, these four types of realities or noble truths are nothing but four types of practices. Isn't it? And they have only asked that he put more emphasis on the noble truth. So you utilize, this is your smart work. And then you say that Buddha emphasizes more on the four noble truths than to systematic metaphysics. जो क्वेश्चन उन्होंने पूछा है मैं उसकी वर्डिंग यूज करके उन्हीं को जवाब दे रहा हूँ. This is my smart work, isn't it? So these 9 points has to be included in your answer. Next is, now very straightforward questions will come. Discuss Prasiddha Samutpad in Buddhism. If you have noticed, every year they are asking Prasiddha Samutpad only, but in a different style. So Prasiddha Samutpad, give complete, but don't forget that Prasiddha Samutpad is itself leading to some other doctrines. Question number 18, again question on Shunyavad. Question number 19, nature and kinds of Nirvana. It is question on Nirvana. Now you write on Nirvana. What is Nirvana? Cessation of suffering, contained in third noble truth. Nirvana can be compared with blowing out, extinction or extinguishing of flame. Isn't it? There is a double gain, no more birth, perfect peace. Two types of Nirvana. Which are those? Sopadishesh and Anupadishesh, which can be compared with the Jivan Mukti and Videya Mukti. In Jainism, a comparative study we कर सकते हैं. In comparative, we can write of Jainism. It is Sayogi and Ayogi. Fine, this is your Nirvana. Correlate with the Prasiddha Samutpad also. Prasiddha Samutpad is Sansar Chakrano. And if its root cause, that is, ignorance is removed, this is nothing but Nirvana. So one who understands Prasiddha Samutpada sees the Bodhi and sees the Nirvana. One who is trapped into Prasiddha Samutpada, he is trapped actually in the Sansar Chakra. Right? Ashtangik Marg bhi likh sakte hain. He has laid down certain paths, that is Ashtangik Marg. But you don't have to elaborate. Question number 20th. State and discuss the Buddhist notion of momentariness. That is Kshanikvad. Write about Kshanikvad. Correlate with the Prasiddha Samutpad. Describe, elaborate Kshanikvad. And then show Kshanikvad is applicable only to the phenomenal world. And hence, matter, Sangatvad, soul, Nirasmavad. And now we will be giving criticism also. Because those criticisms are more of Kshanikva. So we will give those. Once we go through question, then we will see there are certain comparative studies. We will make that. Question number 21. Again same question that in short note. Kshanikvad of Buddhism.
Should we also write Bodhi Pragya?
Yeah, of course. That has to come. Kshanikvad of Buddhism, same thing. Points would be same. You just have to cut down in the number of words and explanation. Question number 22. Buddhistic doctrine of Prasiddha Samutpada. Again direct question. Again repetitive thing. And last question is again on Shunyavad. You are yet to discuss. Is that fine? So now this is how we have finally finished our Buddhism. Your job is to write all these questions which we have discussed just now. चुपचाप बैठ के घर पे उसको लिखते रहो. If you don't write, then on the wrong path. ये सिर्फ सुनने से पढ़ने से ही काम नहीं चलेगा. यहाँ तो हमने लिखना है. Okay, I'll give you one question. Right? Let us see where we are heading. Question is, what is the significance of Sya in Jaina's philosophy? This is your 10 minutes. Number of words, you should not be concerned about the number of words. Focus on the question, content, approach, logical development. In 10 minutes, you write as much as words you want. In examination, you will be getting, I think, hardly 6 to 7 minutes to write one short note. Right? Then only you will be able to complete your question paper, otherwise it won't be. So your time starts now. Prakriti. And Prakriti has literally transformed. So curd means I have conducted that test 4 hours. थोड़ा सा अप्रोच पे कम करेंगे. Your third paragraph, your answer is start from third.
I'll give this paper later.
Right, let us start. After class I'll get. So second question is very factual. Here we have to write all that we have discussed. Dravya, what is Dravya? We have to first define. Then types of Dravya. That is, 2 classes of Dravya are there, Jeev and Ajeev. And another classification is Astikaya and Anastikaya. Brief explanation of this, that is Jeev, Pudgal, space, time, Dharma and Adharma. Right, this is factual. Then Dravya has infinite character. But we can know, ordinary being like us can know only few from particular point of view. ज़्यादा बोलना है, एक के ब्रैकेट में अनेकांतवाद लिख देंगे, दूसरे के ब्रैकेट में स्याद्वाद लिख देंगे. Right? This Dravya is the theory of reality according to Jaina. In Pudgal, we will write Pudgal is matter. In its subtle aspect, it sticks to Jeev, and Jeev comes in bond. क्योंकि 10 नंबर का 15 नंबर से ज़्यादा नहीं आता है, so we will just write that much. This is your Dravya. Right? Okay. So be prepared for the next round of test. At one time I'll take answer writing sessions would be conducted. This is like your class test. Another format is of your answer writing session. In that, what we will be doing, I will be giving you 4 questions for example. Each question will have 5 minutes. So you will be getting 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, write 4. I'll discuss those 4 questions. Right? At later time, I will be conducting this session, answer writing session of 1 hour, 2 hours. During mains, I have conducted that test 4 hours, 5 hours. 4 घंटे तक, 5 घंटे तक, everybody was writing. 5 minutes, 4 questions, I'll discuss, then another set of 4 questions, then another set of 4 questions. For continuously, people wrote 3 hours, 4 hours. So in examination, examination was another answer writing session. That fear, that hesitation, that all goes away. And a time will come definitely where you will be enjoying, you will be looking forward. Get to write, let us write. Isn't it? So this is class test, and that I term it as a live answer writing session. So we will be conducting, and so be mentally prepared for that. As I told you, if you don't show much interest and if there is a repulsion and there is something like that, I am not motivated. It is for your benefit, not mine benefit. So you should be double motivated and you should catch me. Either we will conduct answer writing session. That should be the spirit. And whatever practice you will be doing here, as you have not written any answer on the mains, whatever you will be doing, that answer writing skills, that will help you a lot in your GS also. Because this is how answer writing skills are developed. What is being asked and what you are writing, this is known as answer writing skills. As far as the language is concerned, language, flowery language, heavy terms, vocabulary are not required. It is like maths and science. If maths ka question formula is pata hai, method pata hai, you solve it. Whether it is English or Hindi, it doesn't matter. But you don't have to compromise with the terminologies. अस्तिकाय, अनस्तिकाय, कर्म पुद्गल, यार यहाँ compromise नहीं करेंगे. Isn't it? So this is how we have to remember. This is the first session. So I hope next time we will be writing more answers. So now let us come to the new school. After getting feel of Buddhism and Jainism, now let us come to one of the oldest schools, that is Samkhya school. Let us see Samkhya school. I'll just go. 1 minute. So Samkhya is one of the oldest schools. Now before coming directly of the Samkhya, we will first discuss some basic issue in Indian school of philosophy. There is one issue, there is one debate, right, on some issue. We will see that first and then I'll come to Samkhya. Issue is in Indian philosophy that does effect is already contained in the cause. A basic issue in Indian school of philosophy is that does effect already pre-exist in the cause? क्या इफेक्ट पहले से ही कॉज में है क्या? That simply means does curd is already in the milk, right? Is curd already in the milk? This is one of the issue. Cause and effect relationship. Different schools will answer it differently. Isn't it? How? Is effect already there in the cause? Or is it a new thing? Or is it a new beginning? So this basic question we have two answers. One school says, yes, effect is already there in the cause. Curd is already in the milk. Oil is already in the oil seeds. Cloth is already in the thread. It's not new beginning. Right? It is already implicit in the cause. Right? This theory is known as Satkaryavad. This theory is known as Satkaryavad theory of causation. What is Satkaryavad? That effect already pre-exists in the cause. This is Satkaryavad. Simple thing. That curd is already there in the milk. This is one view. And this view is known as Satkaryavad. However, where is the issue then? However, there is another view which says that if curd is already in the milk, so then why milk doesn't taste like a curd? Or whenever you feel to have one glass of lassi or one bowl of curd, so then take a bowl of milk, put salt, pepper, stir and have. Will it serve the purpose of curd? Or will it serve the purpose of, that lassi? If oil is already there in the oil seeds, then why don't you put oil seeds on your head? That means curd is not already there in the milk. Oil is not there in the oil seeds. Cloth is not already there in the thread. That simply means that effect is not already there in the cause. That means effect is a new beginning. It's a new beginning. And this theory is known as Asatkaryavad. This theory is known as Asatkaryavad. Is that fine? So in Indian school system, we find two broad theories. with respect to relation of cause and effect. One says Satkaryavad, that is, effect is already there in the cause. Other denies. Other says that if curd is already there in the milk, then milk should serve the purpose of curd then. But it doesn't. But then Satkaryavad people say, if curd is not already there in the milk, so please take out curd from the mango shake. Will you? Can you? You can't. You have to take curd only from the milk. Are you getting? That means that curd is already there in the milk. In philosophy, we are not concerned who is right and who is wrong. यहाँ तो सारे ही सही लग रहे हैं, जिसको भी सुन रहे हैं वही सही लगता है. Isn't it? They are their views and they have their own justification. They have their own argument. They will prove it. This debate is never ending. इसका कोई अंत नहीं है, क्योंकि जो ये मानता है कि curd is not already there in the milk, obviously he will give a number of arguments. He will prove it. He believes into that. And there, whichever school believes in Asatkaryavad, their philosophy will be based on that only. And those who believe in Satkaryavad, that everything is already in the cause, their philosophical system will be like that. Because ultimately all these people have to explain theory of reality. And ultimately they have to lay down path for liberation. तो कोई बेस तो होना चाहिए. जैसे बुद्धिस्ट में हमने देखा ना, बुद्धिस्ट फिलोसफी इज बेस्ड ऑन नॉट सत्कार्यवाद, दैट इज, वो एक अलग ही कैटेगरी बना दी उन्होंने. इट इज डिपेंडेंट ओरिजिनेशन, दैट एनीथिंग व्हिच इज ओरिजिनेट इफेक्ट इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन द कॉज, isn't it? So that will fall under the different category. So broadly we have these two views, Satkaryavad and Asatkaryavad. Now in Satkaryavad we have two views or two theories within Satkaryavad. That is, one is known as Parinamvad. One is known as Parinamvad. What is Parinamvad? Parinamvad means that there is a complete transformation of the material cause into curd. Curd is already there in the milk, and now they say that milk is completely transformed into curd. आप ही बताएं, when we convert milk into curd, does it happen कि milk भी रहता है और curd भी आ गया? Does it happen? No. या ऐसे होता है half milk and then half curd? ऐसा भी नहीं. Or does it happen milk is there, it just reflects curd, there is no reality? ऐसा भी नहीं. What happens? The whole of milk get transformed into curd. This theory is known as Parinamvad. Isn't it? Thread is transformed into cloth. Oil seeds have been transformed into oil. Parinamvad simply means complete transformation of the material cause into effect. For example, milk, curd, thread, clothes, and all that. Is that clear? However, within Satkaryavad theory of causation, there is another theory which says that there is no transformation of the material cause. Effect is only reflected. Material cause is not really transformed. Effect is only reflected. And reflection is known as, by the term in Sanskrit, it is vivarta. When we see our face in the mirror, then we see actually our vivarta. Isn't it? Vivarta means the reflection. Hence, this theory is known as Vivartavad. This theory is known as Vivartavad. Like for example, rope, snake, rope, snake. In this example, is a rope completely transforming into snake? Just as milk gets transformed into curd, is rope getting completely transformed into snake? No, it is only being, the snake is being only reflected. Isn't it? The snake is reversed. But we also know that a snake is always seen in the rope. Can we see a snake in the stone? Can we see a snake in bamboo? Can we see a snake in any other thing? No, it is seen only in rope. That means elements of some elements or some similarity of snake is already rooted in rope. Hence, which theory of causation? Tatkaryavad. But there is no complete transformation of the material cause. Hence, it is known as Vivartavad. पॉइंट बहुत ही सिंपल कंसेप्ट पढ़ रहे हैं, प्रेशर डालेंगे तो नहीं समझ में आएगा. अगर इतने सीरियसली अगर हम एबीसीडी भी पढ़ेंगे तो नहीं समझेंगे, क्योंकि दैट आल्सो बिकम्स टू कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. यू कैन आस्क मी क्वेश्चन, इधर ये बी से पहले ए क्यों है? कॉम्प्लिकेशन तो कहना ही जा सकती है, लेकिन हमने कहा ले इसी वजह से ही होते हैं. कर लो बस, बात खत्म. इसमें क्या लॉजिक है? तो बड़ी सिंपल सी चीज कर रहे हैं, कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. दूध का दही बना रहे हैं और क्या कर रहे हैं, कुछ कर थोड़ी रहे. और रोप स्नेक देख रहे हैं तो दिखता है यार, हमको कई बार दिख जाता है. इसमें क्या बात है? इट्स वेरी कॉमन फिनोमेना, इजंट इट? उसमें हमने कहा, ये कह रहे हैं यार दही तो दूध में ही रहता है, दूध से निकलता है भाई दही, इसलिए दूध में ही दही रहता है. ओके रहता है तो ओके निकालना, वो हम निकाल नहीं सकते. तो ये कहते हैं कि आया दूध पे, इसीलिए तो हम कह रहे हैं कि इम्प्लिसिट एक्सप्लिसिट करते थे. राइट? रोप स्नेक भी यही कह रहे हैं. Isn't it? In evening you are going somewhere. Evening means half light, half darkness, and rope इस तरह से गिरी हुई है that you perceive it as snake. Right? So snake is already rooted in rope. जैसे सत्कार्यवाद. लेकिन वो रियल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन थोड़ी हो रहा है, ये तो इल्यूजन है, ये तो भ्रमित हो रहे हो, जस्ट लाइक मिराज वाटर. हेंस इट इज विवर्तवाद. Now some school will be following Parinamvad, some school will be following Vivartavad, and some school would be following Asatkaryavad. And according to Asatkaryavad, effect is a new beginning. Effect is a new beginning. It is not implicit in the cause. And hence, this theory is also known as Arambhavad. This theory is also known as Arambhavad. Is that fine? I hope there is no problem. Now, Satkaryavad. Again I'll ask, what is Satkaryavad? Don't hesitate, there is a simple चीज क्या बोलेंगे. The effect is already there in the cause. Right? Now, Samkhya school says that this world is of the nature of, this table is of the nature of cause है कि effect है? So this world is the world in which we are living. Pen, table, flight, pen, the board, me, you, all. So are these nature of effect or cause? Effect. So this world is of the nature of effect or cause? Effect. Since they believe in Satkaryavad, they say that by seeing this effect, it logically implies that there must be some cause where it was already implicit there. I repeat, Satkaryavad or Satkaryavad clear? Right. Samkhya school believes in Satkaryavad theory of causation. they believe in Satkaryavad theory of causation. Satkaryavad. And since they believe in Satkaryavad theory of causation, they say that worldly things, the entire world which we see, all the worldly objects are of the nature of effect. If they are of the nature of effect, it logically implies that they must be already contained in their cause, where they were earlier implicit. Why? Because they believe in Satkaryavad, and hence they say that entire all these worldly things, the world of plurality, since they are of the nature of effect, it logically implies that they must be contained already in their cause, and that cause, according to Samkhya school, is Prakriti. According to Samkhya school, that cause where this world was already implicit, just as curd was already implicit in the milk, in the same way this world was already implicit in its cause, and that cause, according to Samkhya, is Prakriti. What is Prakriti? They say Prakriti is ultimate, absolute reality. It is a supreme reality. It is a supreme reality. Since it is ultimate reality, it is eternal reality. That means all worldly objects, all worldly things were already implicit in its cause, that is Prakriti. That simply means that Prakriti is the root cause of all these things. Prakriti is the root cause. Can Prakriti have its own cause? No. Why? Because it is the absolute. It is the eternal reality. That means Samkhya says that Prakriti is the uncaused cause of everything. Uncaused cause of everything. Isn't it? Samkhya school believes in Satkaryavad theory of causation. Within Satkaryavad theory of causation, they believe in Parinamvad. They believe in Parinamvad. And what is Parinamvad? Complete transformation of the material cause into effect. If they believe in Satkaryavad, logically there has to be some cause where this world was already implicit. It's just like curd is there, lassi is there, chach is there, shrikhand is there, these things are there. That means that all these were already there in their cause. And that cause, according to them, is Prakriti. Don't get confused Prakriti with the nature. No, this Prakriti in Samkhya philosophy is absolute reality, ultimate reality. It is eternal. It is the root cause. It is the uncaused cause of everything. It is the first cause. इसका कोई cause नहीं, because it is eternal. Just hold on. Right. This Prakriti is one. This Prakriti is one. The infinity of things, the world of these infinite things were already contained in its cause, and that cause is Prakriti. And that Prakriti, according to Samkhya, is one. But this Prakriti is unintelligent. This Prakriti is unintelligent. Unintelligent means it is unconscious. Unintelligent means unconscious, right? And since it is unconscious, we can say that it is nothing but matter. or we have used another term, jad. It is matter only, it is jad. Right? Earlier also I think we have used this term jad. No? Okay. So sometimes we say no. अरे क्या यार जड़ बुद्धि है क्या? Isn't it? तो भाई क्या है, मैटर है क्या? क्योंकि मैटर ही अनकॉन्शियस होता है, अनइंटेलिजेंट है. Are you getting? But we people are conscious. Conscious means knowledge. Isn't it? Just opposite इसका knowledge ही है, consciousness ही है. But Prakriti is dog. It is one, but it is unintelligent. It is jad. It is unconscious. It is matter. ये प्रकृति है.
Isn't it contradictory? Eternal reality.
I have not yet started. How it can be before it starts contradictory? Right? I just put key. अभी तो start ही हुएगा. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई इशू नहीं है. जस्ट कीप ऑन लिसनिंग. राइट? प्लीज फॉलो मी. साथ नहीं छोड़ेंगे. आई विल नॉट लीव यू. यू ऑल्सो डोंट लीव. राइट? Particularly in this school, there will be many times where you will become uncontrollable. सर बस अब बर्दाश्त नहीं हो रहा सर, खड़े हो जाओगे, मतलब खड़े हो जाओगे सर, बस रोको रोको रोको. क्योंकि या तो मैं गलत सुन रहा हूँ, या सर आज आपने क्या 2 पैक लगा रखे हैं, आप कुछ और कुछ बोल रहे हो सर, मतलब ऐसा होने वाला है. लेकिन वी हैव टू कंट्रोल. सुनते जाओ. सिर्फ 2 क्लास कंट्रोल करना है. राइट? तो जो भी क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, आई हैव गिवन यू टू दैट हाइट. यार मैं गलत सुन रहा हूँ, यार ये इज टेलिंग रॉन्ग. जो भी क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं सिर्फ उन पे ध्यान नहीं देना है. ये जो बोल रहे हैं, मैं भी नहीं बोल रहा एक्चुअली. मुझे क्या मतलब यार, मैं थोड़ी सांख्य हूं. Isn't it? You will see me with that looks. क्या? लेकिन it is not me. मैं तो I'm just passing on their information to you. Isn't it? So just control and please follow me. Just move along with me. All your questions will be answered well. There are many things which are moving simultaneously, but because of the practical problems, I cannot deal all the things at one time. I have to pick up, I have to take up one by one things only. Isn't it? So, सुनते हुए चले बस और देखें कि कह क्या रहे हैं. And let us see how this philosophy unfolds. और कहाँ जाते हैं. Let us देखें ना यार, जाते कहाँ हैं. इतनी मतलब कर रहा है कि आप, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि यार आपको नहीं डाइजेस्ट होगा, नहीं होगा, यू विल बी इंटरप्टिंग मी. एक दूसरा क्वेश्चन भी तो होता है यार, चुपचाप बैठे देखें तो सही, जाता कहाँ है यार. Isn't it? So let us have that. In that way, Samkhya believes in Satkareva. आप बिलीव करते हैं तो करते. Satkareva means we have already seen from Satkareva. This table is already there in the wood. Curd is already there in the milk. This is Satkareva. Within Satkareva they believe in Parinamvad. Parinamvad means complete transformation of the material cause. मतलब cause पूर्ण रूप से परिवर्तित हो जाता है. ये परिणामवाद हो गया. जिस प्रकार दूध पूर्ण रूप से परिवर्तित हो गया दही में, ये तो हमको भी पता है. Isn't it? कुछ भी नहीं बचता, पूरा का पूरा मिल्क इज ट्रांसफॉर्म. So this is Parinamvad. If they believe in Satkaryavad, logically, this table is of the nature of effect. तो भाई मैं बोलूंगा ना, it would be contained in their cause. Pen is of the nature of effect. जो मेरे सामने आ गया वो तो effect है. Isn't it? This entire world is in front of me. So this entire world is of the nature of effect. And effect implies cause. And this effect is already there in the cause. वो cause क्या है? वो cause प्रकृति. इन्होंने कहा नया नाम दे दिया प्रकृति. प्रकृति क्या है? इट्स सुप्रीम अल्टीमेट एब्सोल्यूट इटर्नल रियलिटी. It is the root cause of everything. It is the uncaused cause of everything. इसका कोई cause नहीं है. It's eternal. And it's one. But this one supreme, ultimate, independent reality is Jada. It's a Jada. Jada means unconscious. Unconscious means unintelligent. Matter. It's as good as matter. Fine. What? This is ever dynamic, ever active. It is ever active. It is dynamic. It is dynamic. It is ever active. It has to be. It has to be dynamic. What? It is the cause of everything. It is the cause of everything, so it has to be dynamic. Bilkul perfect hai. Isn't it? So all the things of this world have come from Prakriti. And Prakriti is literally transformed. So basically this table is, what is this table? Fine. Effect of what? What is this? Matter. And who is matter here? Who is Jada here? प्रकृति. क्यों नहीं बोलते हो? सारी चीज बोल दो, प्रकृति नहीं बोलते. पूरी डिक्शनरी खाली कर दी. It is already there in the cause. Cause is literally transformed. So effect into effect. So what is this? Prakriti. What is this? What is this? Prakriti. Everything is Prakriti, because everything is coming from, because Prakriti is getting completely transformed into effect, and these are of the nature of effect. Hence, it is nothing but Prakriti. But Mr. Samkhya, here there is something which prevails in me, that is conscious. Because I am conscious being, no? What is this? And this is Prakriti. But in me there is something which prevails, that is consciousness, that is intelligence, that is knowledge. And consciousness cannot be Jada, isn't it? That is not Jada, it's opposite ho gaya na. So from where this consciousness has come, by the way? ये बोलेंगे. इन्हीं को बोल, let's give them chance to speak. Right? So from where this consciousness had come? Because we know, you know, we all know that fine, matter is there in this world. There are only broadly two things, soul, matter. पढ़ा है ना हमने? तो matter तो आपने बता दिया कि matter is Prakriti, it is coming from Prakriti. But what about this so-called soul, or forget about soul, so-called consciousness? Valid question? Hence, Samkhya says, don't you worry, there is another reality. Right? That is, there is another reality, and that reality is Purusha. That another reality is Purusha. What is Purusha? Purusha is ultimate, absolute, supreme, independent reality. It is co-eternal reality along with Prakriti. It is also eternal reality. Purusha is a reality. Don't get confused with by any term. Prakriti is not nature, isn't it? Prakriti is a reality according to Samkhya. And Purusha is another reality, another supreme, absolute, ultimate, independent reality along with the Prakriti. But this Purusha is not the cause of anything. It is not the cause. And it is not the, since it is not the root cause, it is not the cause. Of course, it cannot be uncaused cause of anything. It is not that. But this Purusha is intelligent principle. That is, it is intelligent means it is conscious principle. It is conscious principle. And Purusha is not one. Purushas are many. You have already read. Isn't it? Purush here is nothing but Jeev, or Purush is nothing but soul. And there are how many souls? Infinite, according to Samkhya also. Hence, here Prakriti is how many? One. But Purushas are many. Purushas are many. And many Purushas, intelligent, conscious principle, but they are inactive. They are inactive. Dynamism is lacking. Right? Purush, that soul, is inactive. So in Sankhya philosophy, there are two ultimate, absolute, independent, supreme, eternal realities. And now we will see that they trace the whole course of world. That is, they explain each and everything with the help of interplay of two ultimate principles, that is Prakriti and Purush. Bondage, Prakriti Purush. Liberation, Prakriti Purush. I am very happy, Prakriti Purush. I am very sad, Prakriti Purush. I am sleeping, Prakriti Purush. Because ultimately, in their system, there lies only how many realities? That is Prakriti and Purush. Is that fine? Purush is a soul, as considered in other schools of philosophy. We will see, we will discuss each of them separately. We are just seeing what this, the basis. We are developing our concept, and gradually they are being developed. I repeat, Sankhya school traces the whole course of this world. Whole course of world. क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या सोच रहे हैं, क्या है bondage, ignorance, liberation, everything. Because of the interplay. Word is important. Due to interplay of Prakriti and Purush. And this is where they have said Prakriti is the root cause, and they have answered my question, that what is that which prevails in me? Is Purush coming from Prakriti? Of course no, because it has separate existence and is another reality. Apart from that which is conscious in me, everything here in this world is Prakriti, because everything is apart from conscious is Jada, unconscious. And who is unconscious? Prakriti. वही concept है, कोई नया concept नहीं है. हम वही concept discuss कर रहे हैं कि ultimately in this world only two things exist, living and non-living, layman language में. But now we are no more now, isn't it? And now we have that philosophical layer, and hence we need to answer that only two things are there, matter and soul. वही is that fine? Both are co-eternal, but there are certain differences between them. One is unconscious, other is conscious. One is ever active, other is inactive. One is one, other is many, infinite. Isn't it? And now they say that this Prakriti alone could be the cause of this world. Prakriti alone could be cause of this world. We asked, क्यों भाई ऐसी क्या खास बात? Why can't consciousness cannot be the cause? Why Prakriti is the cause? Why can't consciousness can be the cause of this world? A valid question. So they have answered that this world consists of Matter, unconscious, and unconscious things cannot come from conscious things. Intelligent principle cannot transform itself into unintelligent things. Hence, intelligent, Purusha or consciousness cannot be the cause. Have you understood? भाई अगर ये बोल दें अभी कि पुरुष इज द कॉज, फिर हम पूछेंगे नहीं ये कहां से, तो क्या ये टेबल जड़ पुरुष में से आई है? समझ जाएंगे ना? Are you getting? Intelligent principle can give rise to intelligent thing, right? So consciousness cannot give rise to the unconscious things. Hence, it cannot be the cause. It cannot be the cause. Hence, Purusha is not the cause. Then we asked, what was the cause in Janas, by the way? थोड़ा सा प्रेशर डालो. Matter, isn't it? We all are made up of matter, and matter is smallest part of matter is atoms. In Buddhism also everything is made up of momentary atoms. So why don't you believe that atoms are the cause? Getting my point? Why can't atoms be the cause of this world? Why you are creating another reality in the form of Prakriti? But they say that atoms cannot be the cause of this world. Atoms cannot be the cause. Why? Because atoms can explain making of, production of only gross things. Atoms can explain only making of gross things. This is made up of atoms. This is made up of atoms. This is made up of atoms. This is made up of atoms, gross. But they can't explain what? Yes, subtle things. Subtle things are not made up of atoms. Subtle things are like, for example, man, ahankar, ego. Isn't it? The basic cause, the basic output, product of ignorance is ego, no? जैसे ignorance आएगी in me, first of all what I will say? मैं, I, mine, ego has come. Now is ego, मेरा अहंकार, क्या वो atom से बना है? Is it? Obviously no, because it is too subtle to be made up of atoms. Are you understanding? अरे बड़ी सिंपल सी चीज है. This is gross. देख रहे हैं, पकड़ सकते हैं. It is made up of atoms. Then subtle than this is my breath. I can feel. This is also made up of atoms. Isn't it? But what about man? मन के बारे में तो मैं सिर्फ सोच सकता हूं. उससे भी सटल क्या? अहंकार. तो इस संसार में अहंकार मन नाम की चीज होती है क्या? होती है नहीं? होती है. तो फिर वो किससे बने बताओ? एटम से तो नहीं हो सकती. If atoms would have been the cause, then you would have to search the causes of these things for another way. Isn't it? It is the Prakriti only which is the cause of those subtle, because Prakriti is subtle. Prakriti can be known only through effect. Only through effect. कैसे? हमारे सामने टेबल है, तो हमने सिर्फ सोचा ये टेबल है, इसका मतलब इसका एक कॉज भी है. जहां पर ये टेबल पहले से इम्प्लिसिट थी, वो प्रकृति दिख नहीं रही है मुझे, बिकॉज प्रकृति इज सटल, दैट कैन ओनली बी इन्फर्ड थ्रू इट्स प्रोडक्ट. राइट? मोरओवर, एटम्स आर हाउ मेनी? Infinite. But the world is how many? One. This world is one now. Within world there are different things, but this world is one. And one thing will have how many causes? One. And who is one? And is Prakriti the cause? Right? This world says unity of universe points to that cannot be explained by the atoms because atoms are many and scattered. एक चीज का तो एक ही कॉज होगा ना, right? This world is one. Obviously, its cause will be one. And who is one? But atoms are. Hence, Prakriti is the root cause. Hence, Samkhya says, hence, it is the only Prakriti which is absolute, independent reality, eternal, which is the root cause, uncaused cause of everything. Prakriti is one. It is unintelligent, but it is ever active. It is dynamic. Isn't it? So Purush is not the cause. Purush or consciousness or intelligent principle is not the cause. Atoms are not the cause. Only root cause is Prakriti. But the issue is Prakriti, though it is dynamic, it is ever active, but it is unintelligent. Jade. Jade buddhi. Buddhi bhi nahi bol sakte. Isn't it? Though it is dynamic, it is ever active. Though it is root cause, but still alone it cannot evolve this world. Because to evolve this world requires some kind of consciousness. Hence, Prakriti alone cannot evolve this world. On the other hand, Purusha cannot be the cause because Purush cannot explain unintelligent things. Moreover, Purusha, though intelligent principle, though conscious principle, but still Purush alone cannot evolve this world. Why? Because it is inactive. It is udasin. Udasin means neutral. Right? It is inactive. Inactive means you are understanding the word? No, why? Inactive मतलब कोई मोशन नहीं है इसमें, कोई डायनामिज्म नहीं है, लेकिन फुल इंटेलिजेंट है, लेकिन एक्टिविटी नहीं है। एक्टिविटी किसमें? प्रकृति में। लेकिन प्रकृति क्या है? अनइंटेलिजेंट। और पुरुष इंटेलिजेंट। पुरुष alone cannot evolve, though it is intelligent, but it is inactive. Prakriti alone cannot evolve, though it is ever dynamic, but it is unintelligent. It is where we have said that Samkhya explains the whole course of the world due to interplay of Prakriti and Purusha. And this is where there will be conjugation of Prakriti and Purusha. Just as two friends, one is blind, ever active but unintelligent, and other friend is lame, intelligent but inactive. Just as blind and lame friends cooperate with each other to cross over the forest, in the same way Prakriti and Purusha will cooperate with each other to realize their respective purpose. क्या मतलब थोड़ा सा डेविएट हो गई, क्या मतलब क्या कहानी चल गई, सही चल गई, अचानक से कोऑपरेशन वाला काम हट रहा है, क्यों कोऑपरेट करेंगे, इनका पर्पस क्या है? To explain all these things, I repeat and then I'll tell you reason. Just as lame and blind, two friends cooperate with each other to cross over the forest, in the same way Prakriti and Purusha cooperate with each other to realize their respective purpose. Each of them have their own purpose. Prakriti have purpose, Purusha have purpose, and to realize their purpose, they come together. To explain this coming together, to make us understand that what exactly is going on at the cosmic level, they have compared Prakriti with the feminine with the pure, virtuous, dancing girl is a feminine beauty, and Purusha has been compared with the masculine. Right? Just as there is a conjugation between male and female to give rise to new creation, in the same way, Prakriti and Purusha will conjugate with each other to give rise to the creation. Prakriti is described as feminine, pure, virtuous, chaste girl, and purpose is for Prakriti is Prakriti has its own purpose, Purush has its own purpose. We will see that what is that purpose. To realize their purpose, Prakriti and Purusha conjugate. And because of this conjugation, we have what? Creation. Is that fine? There are many things simultaneously. Some end things I have to tell because of the compulsion. Otherwise, so system bets on me. This is the broad framework of Samkhya. Now, one by one, we will take up what is Prakriti, what is Purush, what is their purpose, and we will see that where they take us.
Space and time is under particular.
Next question. The question is something different. Why only space and time? I mean, very specific one. Achha, Jain is over. Jain and Buddhas are over. Now we are into the different realm. Right? But of course, the space and time will be explained only by the, that is but obvious, Prakriti. Right?
Sir?
Yeah.
Ego and Ahankar are material in nature, though in subtle form, or conscious in nature.
We will answer that. अब थोड़ा सा reflect करें इस पे. I think, I'm sure you will get answer. But this is where we will be stuck up or we will discuss in this school, so I won't be answering. That will disturb the beauty of this school. Okay? So, time is not permitting, I'll stop. Tomorrow we'll continue. And I think broadly this school should be over by tomorrow. So it will continue for 1 or 2 days more. लेकिन जो broad framework है वो तो हो जाएगा सब. ठीक है? चलिए then. Thank you. See you tomorrow, same time.